Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome. It's Thursday night at 7 p.m. And you know what that means. It's time for AIWF Ringside Wrestling. Hello again, everyone. I'm Mad Matt Carter. So long to have you along. We are coming to you live from the PWD studios in Concord, North Carolina. Glad to have you along for the ride. We should have some guests joining us very soon. But we have got so much to get to tonight. Oh, my goodness sakes. A lot to get to. First thing we want to do is check out an interview by Mickey Fulp. We were able to air this one this week because Mickey didn't break any of the rules. So let's go ahead and let's hear from Mickey Fulp. For those of you listening, this is Mickey Fulp. For those of you watching, we're gonna actually see this. See and hear this clip from Mickey Fulp that aired on the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Facebook page. So here it is. Let's take a listen.
You know, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm getting really sick and tired of having to make these videos and send them to the AIWF Mid-Atlantic offices. But to be fair, if there's really one thing I'm getting sick and damn tired of, it's Casey Kane and David Parrish attacking me, costing me matches, being just the scum of the absolute freaking earth. You two boys have started something that you did not want to start, and I'm going to tell you this right now. This Saturday night, April 9th in Mount Airy, North Carolina, I'm ending this once and for all. Casey Kane, boy, I hope you're watching this, and I hope that you actually have a set of balls on you that allows you to jump in your car, drive to Mount Airy, get out of that car, put your gear on, and get in that ring with me this Saturday. Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to hurt you. And don't worry, I'm not going to threaten gun violence on nobody, but I will hurt you with this fist right here because I'm going to knock every single one of your damn teeth straight down your throat. And David Parrish, I'm coming after your ass next. And that is a promise. That's a guarantee. That's all the above. I'm coming for you two boys, and there ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it.
All right. Strong words from Mickey Fulp. Gentlemen, we have Joey Nuggs with us now. Smilin Diamond Dave, Sergeant Stryker, Guerilla Q, all joining us. Boy, I tell you what, Mickey Fulp is hot. Smilin Diamond Dave, you call him the hillbilly drunk, but he's pumped up about this Saturday night. He's got revenge on his mind.
Well, you did notice that he was drinking that Coors Light, didn't you?
Yeah, he was drinking that thing at the beginning.
The hillbilly drunk.
That's that liquid courage we always speak upon there, Dave.
That's right.
He was certainly.
It makes men real courageous. Except he might not have a 6-pack of that when he hits that ring.
Well,
no, he probably already had a 12-pack by the time he hits the ring.
Yeah, I'd like to think that he wouldn't. That can't go by that. He'd probably hit the ring inebriated. Who am I thinking of? He's been doing those 12-ounce curls glug, 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 all day.
Yep.
Well,
but he looks like he's very upset.
Oh yeah, I'd say he is. He is after Casey Kane, and joining us for the first time in a while. We have one half of the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions. Guerilla Q is in the house. Hello, Guerilla Q. You're on mute, sir.
He's muted. He's Mexican. He probably can't speak English anyway. So.
Oh, he can speak English all right.
Oh, that's okay.
Yep, there. Now you're unmuted, my friend. Go ahead. Welcome to the show, Guerilla Q.
Hello, everybody. ¿Qué onda?
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you here. I can't remember if this is the first or second appearance for you on our program, but glad to have you along, sir. Are you and Matt Anderson scheduled for action this Saturday night? Because I have not seen a match announcement. And if so, who are your opponents? Do you know yet?
I haven't heard.
Okay.
But whatever challenges come up, it's staying with me.
I hear you. The original odd couple, the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions, Guerilla Q and Ironhead Matt Anderson. Well, guys, we are not done with interviews yet. I've got so many clips to get to tonight. It's going to be a jam-packed show, and it's Martinsville race weekend, so you don't want to catch the truck race tonight. So we're probably going to have a real hard stop at 8 o'clock. But just so you know, everybody knows me, knows I'm a NASCAR fan. Plus, if we're friends on Facebook, the over-under contest for the hot dogs is underway. So place your bets now. But anyway, we also heard from your man, Jack, Joey Nuggs. He had some
40.
comment. 40?
Yeah, 40 to 50 hot dogs.
That's 3 of us in the group. It can be done in one night. Maybe. We'll see. You might not see me no more if we do that many.
You sure Jinky's gonna let you have that much money to buy that many hot dogs?
Most of the time you'd be right, Dave. I'd say no, not a chance, but she usually lets me run wild at Martinsville. So, I
know I was at the last race with you. I know.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're here to talk about wrestling. We might start up a separate racing podcast one day, but who knows? But Joey Nuggs, your man Jack, had some strong words for Ty Tyson, and we're gonna go take a look at and have a listen to those for those of you watching it, listening on iTunes and Spotify. You'll be able to hear this, but just hang tight. We're gonna go take a look at that clip right now. Well, I thought we were.
Turn the
I've
audio
noticed
up.
Technical difficulties.
everybody in North Carolina wants a shot of J-A-C. I say everybody, but Ty, I think you wanted the most, to be quite frankly honest with you. You got one more trial. One more trial in my unholy, my righteous God trials that I have bestowed upon you. You will not succeed. Honestly, I don't understand you at all. Your fixation on me baffles me. I come down there and I do what I want and I say what I want because I'm me. Mm-hmm. And that makes you angry for what? Maybe it's because deep down in the bottom of your soul, you know you can never be me. You can never lace up my wrestling shoes. Quite frankly, I'm on another level. I am a god. And this Saturday, I get an opponent of my choosing. Does it really matter? Because everybody falls to J-A-C.
Wow. Strong words.
Does he not know how to say his name?
Okay, don't know what that was all about, but
yeah, I don't know what he's trying to be with that. I don't know. Sergeant Stryker, don't give up your day job and go into comedy because you're going to starve. I can guarantee you that, my friend.
Ooh.
The man just spoke his mind. He was talking about an upcoming event, and all you had to worry about is how he spells his name. Really? God. I think sometimes Smilin, Diamond Dave, we're working with a limited amount of people here with a limited amount of brains capacity. God.
Sergeant Stryker, are you gonna? I know you're not gonna sit there and listen to that.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at least I have the intellect to be able to pronounce my name instead of spell it. I mean, wouldn't it sound weird to say that everybody?
They're the man's initials, J-A-C. Is that hard for you to figure that out?
His name is Jack. It ain't J-A-C. Say your daggone name. I mean, he's got strong words for somebody that he can't seem to, I don't know, single-handedly get into the ring and defend himself with. He has to have other people help him out and jump him out, or if he does, it's a attack from behind. Yeah, okay.
Jack, I don't know who you guys have got lined up for Ty Tyson this Saturday night, but I know Ty is not going to be in a good mood after what happened to him at Capital Punishment in that prison yard match, which the AIWF has released a few clips to me that we're going to be taking a look at here in just a few minutes. But breaking news from the Kansas Wrestling Alliance offices this afternoon. This is one of our affiliates. Due to a serious injury that Knockout King member Handgun Dan sustained at a wrestling event recently, the Knockout Kings will be unable to make their KWA tag team title defense commitment at the next XWE event, Awakening, this Saturday night, April 9th in Salina, Kansas. In discussion with Handgun Dan and Pierce Price, the injury Dan sustained is very serious and will have him out of action for the foreseeable future. Therefore, it is the ruling of the Kansas Wrestling Alliance Board of Directors, led by Mr. Curtis, that the Knockout Kings will relinquish the KWA tag team titles immediately and are now declared vacant. A decision has been further made by the board that the titles will be on the line at XWE Awakening in Salina, Kansas this Saturday night, up for grabs in a four corners tag team elimination match with the winners deemed champions. As of right now, the board will not be announcing any participants until Saturday night at XWE Awakening, as to have time to meet and discuss the rankings of viable contenders. As we get more on this developing situation, we will get you more information. We wish Handgun Dan a very speedy recovery and look forward to seeing him back in action as soon as possible. So if you're planning on going to that show in Salina, Kansas this Saturday night, folks, it's no telling what you're going to see. Tag team championships have been vacated. The KWA Tag Team Championships have been vacated. New champions will be crowned in a four-way, four corners match coming up this Saturday night in Salina, Kansas. So, wow, breaking news from across the AIWF affiliates already tonight. I said we had a lot to get to, and I didn't even have that one on my list. Goodness sakes. Just so it shows you an injury can take you out just like that. You guys, Guerilla Q, Sergeant Stryker, Smilin Diamond Dave, you've all competed in the ring. You know, a freak injury, you know, one bad night can sure upset the apple cart and make things tough for everybody. Can it not?
You're exactly right. It can. You're every time you step between the ropes, Matt, regardless of who your opponent is, how many years experience they got, how young they are, you're putting yourself at a risk.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell everybody, and especially the young guys, when you think you know it all and you think that you don't need to know no more, it's time to hang your boots up, because you're going to hurt yourself.
Right.
Exactly. I mean,
you should learn every time. I don't care how long you've been in the business. Every time you step between them ropes, you are to be learning something, because you'll never know it all.
no, I mean, in the wrestling business, you're right, Dave. In the wrestling business, it's always a learning process. You're never going to completely understand the business. There's always room to grow and always room to learn. And I mean, just take for an example, I don't exactly recall what year it was that it happened, but most everybody can recall the time that he just simply jumped off the second rope, and next thing you know, his shin bone sticking through his boot.
Talking about Psycho Sid, I believe.
Sid. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that was nasty. Speaking of wow, I don't even know how to segue this. Nate Diamond has joined the program.
Whoa.
Nate Diamond, I'm putting everything on pause right now. You can look at the advertising rates. I'm going to start moving my way through the slideshow. But brother, it's good to see you. And I know you've got a lot on your mind, and our panel certainly has a lot of questions for you, but welcome back to the show. Guerilla Q, you feel free to jump in and ask Nate any questions or comment at any point, but wow, this is a big deal here. So Nate Diamond, welcome to the program. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you so much. Wow, I feel like it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt, it's always an honor to be a part of the show. I just want to make sure. Can everybody hear me good though?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
So where do I start? I'm actually going to address a couple of things, but I want to start off by saying that the fan support in this business is probably by far, and I think that I speak on all of us, but it's by far the reason why we do what we do when we lace up those boots and we step inside that squared circle. But that being said, there comes a time in your life that you have to make a decision. And I've had to make that decision. And by doing so, I had to step away. Not necessarily because I wanted to, but because I needed to. But I don't forget, by stepping away to take care of things that I needed to take care of in my personal life, I don't forget the things that I have accomplished in the AIWF. Being an underdog all my life, and I have battled back each and every single time. And I stand firm in that. And the actions and the opportunities that I've got. But for me, I don't forget. And that leads me to this. I know Kevin. I know Mr. Phoenix. I know you're watching. And I hope that you hear everything that I'm saying. Nate Diamond, never say never. Because Kevin, me and you, we will come face to face sooner than you think. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right. Well,
Wait.
I was going to say, I know the panel's got some comments or questions. Nate. Go ahead.
I want Nate.
Yo.
I want to approach the elephant in the room, okay? If I may say. As the commissioner of the AIWF, I fired you. And as of now, there's no way you're going to come face to face with Kevin Phoenix. And you're talking about the fans. The fans supported you, but you let your fans down. I understand what you said about stepping away. But I went to great lengths, number one, to get you in that match for the title. I signed the contract that you signed in front of me to put you in that prison yard match. And you no-showed me. Nate, it's no secret we don't like each other. It's no secret because it's on video that I took great pleasure in saying the words, Nate Diamond, you're fired. But as a professional, as the commissioner, all feelings aside, I'm not worried about your fans. You let your brotherhood down. You was our champion. I understand, like I said, you stepping away. And I've reached out to you several times with no response. And like I said, there's no love lost. So I could probably understand why you didn't respond to me. But my question is to you, Nate. What are you going to do? What is in your plans to try to overcome this, to try to have meetings with the board of directors of the AIWF, or what is your intentions? I'm not trying to be negative. I'm coming to you as the commissioner, as a professional. And I hope you understand.
And rightfully so. And rightfully so. But just like you said, there's no love lost between me and you. But you know what? You also know a little bit about Nate Diamond. And I always come prepared. So that being said, what you don't know is earlier today, I've already put in motion to contact the board of directors to find out about me coming face to face with them, because I am a man of my word. I am a man of my word when it comes to my fans and to the brotherhood. Let me address that. The men and the women that are in that locker room. I look up to them just as much as they look up to me. And that brotherhood and that sisterhood, that will always be there. But that being said, I was man enough to send the email asking for the board of directors to meet with me. They didn't come to me. I came to them. And I said that I am man enough to state my case and ask to be reinstated.
Well, I was going to see if you was going to let that come out, because that's the reason I give you the question, because I got an email also. I can't indulge on what my email said, but one thing I can say, and everybody on this panel, you better listen, and you better listen good, because you'll never hear me say it again. As a professional, as the commissioner, I've got to say, I respect you for taking that step, trying to get your job back, fighting for what you did not fight for. Well, that's as a professional, and as the commissioner, we'll have to see where it goes.
Oh, let me jump in real quick here, Dave and Nate. We have got a bunch of champions that have joined this call. We've got the Cruiserweight champion, Dirty Joe, on here with us. Of course, one half of the tag team champions, Guerilla Q, with us, and the AIWF World Television Champion, Jamal the Titan, is here as well. Now,
Jamal, I love Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal's pretty great. He's the World Television Champion, and he's got that belt on display for us, nice and shiny. Everybody brought their title belts, and it makes me really happy to see that. I don't think we've had this many
gentlemen.
I don't think we've had this many champions on the show at one time before. So I thank you all for taking your time to join us. But now we've got Nate Diamond here. He talked about the brotherhood. We all know what happened. Nate,
can I say something before we continue this on? I've been sitting here listening to you guys go on and on and on. Before this continues, this brotherhood schmotherwood stuff. I see you battle from down to the bottom and with the Mid-Atlantic title. You went on to the anniversary show. You had the match of your career against Damian Wayne. I don't know what happened. I was sitting there at ringside as a guest manager at Damian Wayne's side, looking out for his best interest when he came into the Mid-Atlantic area. And after that, you got missing like a fart in the wind. I want to know what happened in the world that was so freaking incredible that you just walked away from that title. I just don't understand that. I mean, wrestlers work a lifetime. Everybody in this room that's a wrestler, I'm sure, would have loved to get their hands on that title. Tell me what happened. Please. Forget the fans. Forget all that. Tell us really what happened deep inside, Mr. Diamond. Please. I'm at a loss of words. Go ahead.
When I joined this, I thought for once that we would not have to listen to you.
Well, I've been sitting here for a couple of weeks on where you weren't here as the former champion. I don't know where you've been, but I know I've been hearing story after story about talking about how you dropped the ball for the fans. Forget the fans. I want to know what happened. You were the heavyweight champion of the Mid-Atlantic. That's what I really want to know.
And I almost, and if it wasn't for Kevin Phoenix, you know it, those fans know it, and this panel knows it. that I would not only be
you
your
were that
Mid-Atlantic
close
champion,
to the world heavyweight title, that close, and then you got missing the next month.
I would have been the world heavyweight champion and the Mid-Atlantic champion. But you know what? I did step away. I'm man enough to tell you that I stepped away, that I had to step away. But let me tell you, and to all of these champions that have joined, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to give them their opportunity. But understand this. If I am reinstated and I have to start at the bottom of the ladder, and no disrespect, but Dirty Joe, Jamal, we've crossed paths. And if I have to start at the bottom and work my way rung by rung, and if that means that I have to go through you two, I will do it. Just know that.
Well, I wanted to ask the other champions on the panel, if they had any questions, if they wanted to ask Nate anything, I think we've covered it sort of well here, but this has been the biggest controversy in AIWF Mid-Atlantic in quite some time, with Nate Diamond not defending the title in a match that he had signed for, it being held up. Well, of course, Kevin Phoenix is by hook or by crook the Mid-Atlantic champion now. Gentlemen, Dirty Joe, Jamal the Titan, Guerilla Q, you're all champions in the AIWF, either at Mid-Atlantic or at the world title level. Go right ahead, jump in, speak your piece to Nate Diamond, ask him a question, whatever you want to do. The floor is yours.
I'll go ahead and start here, folks. It's not going to be much of a question. It'll be more of a statement for you, Nate. Glad to see you. You're doing well. You're alive. But to be honest with you, no disrespect back. I think the fans are tired of seeing you. It's more or less out with the old and in with the new. They want to see a man like Dirty Joe defend the Cruiserweight champion every single time. They're tired of seeing Nate Diamond. I'm sure they're tired of seeing the guy with the pink hair come out, defend the heavyweight champion or fight. They want to see a guy like myself. They want to see a guy like Jamal the Titan or Guerilla Q. They want to see the newer guys, the fresh faces. So again, no disrespect. We have crossed paths before, but they want to see the fresh face, the fresher faces, and that. So yeah, nice to see you.
Okay, Nate, rebuttal. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'll go next. I don't have any ill will towards you or anything, but I will just say I am extremely disappointed that you mailed in a championship that all of us in this room have worked our asses off to get. You had it. You're at the top of the mountain and you mailed it off like it was a package you were sending to your kids on Christmas. And I'm just gonna say that.
Sharp, but understandable. Guerilla Q, would you like to ask Nate a question or make a comment? Did we lose Guerilla Q? Is he still with us? Let's see him on mute.
I'm here.
All right, go ahead, sir. You good? Okay.
As far as Nate Diamond go, am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and judge Nate Diamond's actions. What anybody else has going on. I just wanted to say I've been training really hard and I respect the work that everybody does. I'm staying humble as far as that goes.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the AIWF, I love being a champion in the AIWF. And I want to keep it that way. So this Saturday, right after I get off of this call, I'm going to go train just like I do every day. And whoever shows up and whoever I have to defend this championship against, that's what I'm going to do. So there's that.
All right. Thank you very much, Guerilla Q. Guerilla Q and Matt Anderson in action this Saturday night in Mount Airy, North Carolina. It's Road to Spring Jam, and it's going to go down. Titles will be on the line. A lot going on. And as you can see, we're rolling through the announcements. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a very loaded show, to say the least, when Nate Diamond came on board. But yeah, so it was. Anybody else on the panel like to address Nate Diamond that hadn't spoken up yet, or ask him a question, whatever?
Yeah, man, I'd like to say something if Numbnuts, Nuggs, and all of them will keep their jaw shut for a minute before I get a word in. Nate Diamond, on the other side of perspective, your fans have not abandoned you. Don't listen to what everybody else says. You keep looking forward. We all have things in our life it come along. I have myself, but what don't kill us makes us stronger. You just keep reaching for the stars, and you other champions the same way. Just keep looking forward. We're all gonna have bumps in the road, but we don't have to sit here and put people down because of it. That's what's wrong with this world now. Everybody wants to live in the past. Help each other out. Look for the future, because the future in AIW is bright. And yeah, I will admit, our commissioner, he's doing a fairly decent job, but at the same time, let's all move forward, because what's most important is AIWF. And all you guys are representing it good, and I'm praying for all you guys.
Bobby Dalton, you ought to run for office.
I'm praying you'll put on a hat. Bobby Dalton, I'm praying you'll put on a hat, because that light's blinding me off the top of your head.
That's right. Laugh me nuts. I'll look better than you any day.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah, Joey, quit talking about him like that.
Yeah, I know. You keep talking trash about me. I said something and I stopped talking. The other wrestlers spoke. I haven't said a word, and you keep insulting me like I said something crazy. Oh my God, I'm part of the panel. How dare I talk? What the flip? Wow. You asked me a question earlier, Mr. Carter, and Sergeant Stryker thought it was his job to answer it for me. So, I mean, let me know when I should talk. Go ahead.
This is the most hostile this panel has been in the history of the show, and I like it. I think people will enjoy this. This is a wrestling show now. But speaking of which, we need to take a quick time out to remind our folks to visit our sponsor, Branch Management. They are a tree service that operates in the Mount Airy, Surrey County area of North Carolina. They can help you with branches that are maybe too close to structures, normal pruning, or complete tree removal. They also do pressure washing and general landscaping, and they offer very competitive rates and free estimates and are here to serve you. You may also be eligible for a $100 referral bonus. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call 336-325-5300 for more information or to set up an appointment. Again, that's Branch Management, complete tree service, pressure washing, and general landscaping. The number again, 336-325-5300. We thank them so much for sponsoring our show. And of course, the big one goes down this Saturday night in Mount Airy. It's the Road to Spring Jam. It takes place at Veterans Park in Mount Airy. Tickets are $8 for ringside, $6 general admission, although there's not a bad seat in the house. Brought to you by our friends at King's Hot Dogs. The doors open at 6. Bell time is at 7 o'clock. And judging by what we've heard earlier, gentlemen, from Mickey Fulp and from Jack, it's going to be wild. Don't everybody speak up at once now.
It's going to be very interesting to say the least. But I do want to weigh in my comments as far as this other conversation about Nate Diamond goes. Nate, I want you to look into that camera. I want you to look into my eyes and look into my eyes very carefully. I've known you for a while and I've respected you. I don't know the reason why you had to step away, and it's none of my business why you had to step away. That's only for you and for you alone. You don't need to worry about anybody else but yourself. If I worry about everything that I do while I was in the business, I wouldn't have lasted 25 years. I had to look out for me. So you need to look out for yourself. And unfortunately, the mishap is number 5, Jake Stanford. Bottom to work your way up. Yes. But your first step is getting your foot back in the door. So I want to wish you the best of luck with that. And
thank you.
you just do what you got to do to help yourself, because if you're not helping yourself, who else is going to help?
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
And for those of you watching, we're showing some of the clips that have been released by the AIWF. Look at that, Kevin Phoenix face palming a fan at ringside. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, Smiling Diamond Dave, you can't even condone that, can you?
Well, no, because I wouldn't want to touch none of them. You know, that's Kevin Phoenix's liability. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to face palm somebody, let him go ahead and get their slobbers and snot and all that grease and stuff all over him. I personally don't want to touch none of them.
And here's some more action. For those of you listening, there's Kevin Phoenix going through a table. Tyson looks like he put it through a table. Is that what that was, Joey Nuggs? You were right
that's
there.
a door.
That's a door.
Oh, they were actually with the shutters from a house.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh.
I was either going to say it was that, or it was one of them like old Tommy.
No, they were shutters. They were two shutters.
Somebody would change clothes behind or something.
Yeah, they were shutters.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah, they were shutters like on the side of your house.
Oh.
I bet that didn't tickle.
No, not at all. I guarantee it didn't. I was standing right there, and I heard those bad boys crack, and it sounded like thunder when he went through them.
Now, just to let you guys know, the videos that we're looking at were released by the AIWF Network today, exclusively for this program. But I have been told that program, the show, is going to be up on Roku very soon. We'll keep our fingers crossed. You know, Kevin Phoenix doesn't exactly have a good record of getting his stuff up in a timely fashion, but he did get me these videos. So kudos to that. Take a look at this, folks. Yes, that is fire on what looks like an axe handle or a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, and Kevin Phoenix just waylaid Ty Tyson with it. And you can see Ty down on the floor, caught him in the shoulder. It looks like Ty in big trouble here. And the referee, I've looked at, is that referee Reggie Cassidy trying to get that thing away from Kevin Phoenix, even though it's a no DQ match? It's like, don't burn the guy, for goodness sakes. And look at this. Oh, catches it in the midsection. Excuse me for coughing in the microphone. But yeah, so crazy goings on at our last event. Now, Smiling Diamond Dave, you told us last week that you did not touch Ty Tyson. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to take a look at
now, wait a minute. Before you show, I know what you're going to do. I said I did not personally touch Ty Tyson, and I never touched Ty Tyson. So go ahead.
There it is. All right. So for those of you listening, Smiling Diamond Dave is in the ring. Ty Tyson power bombs Kevin Phoenix 1, 2, and Smiling Diamond Dave hits him, look like right in the throat with that bat.
Okay, you never seen me touch him. I didn't say my bat didn't touch him. I said I didn't touch him.
Well, so Bobby Dalton was right. Here it is again. You know, Kevin Phoenix backing off Smiling Diamond Dave. There's the power bomb. 1, 2, and then right. Oh, looks like you got him on the jaw and in the rib cage on a second look right there, Smiling Diamond Dave.
I was aiming to take his head off.
All right. Panel comments on what we've just seen.
You can't argue. You can't argue what Smiling Diamond Dave mentioned. I mean, he technically didn't touch him. The bat did. I mean, I'm not choosing sides, but technically, I mean, he personally didn't touch him. The bat did. That's just
you got
what
that
I
right,
seen.
Dirty Joe. I agree 100%. He hit him with a bat.
That's what I've seen. You know what I mean? You got to pay attention to the verbiage that Smiling Diamond Dastardly Dave just said. You forgot the dastardly part because you missed the dastardly part. Okay, because you missed that. But yeah, the bat certainly touched him, and but personally, Dave didn't. So yeah,
that's right.
That's what we call a half truth.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't think it was necessarily a compliment, but it was just me calling it as I seen it.
Hey,
well, I appreciate that.
It is what it is. We're going to take it as we continue to discuss what's going on in modern AIWF. We want to take a trip in the Wayback Machine in the ring. This is from Ronsford, West Virginia, probably about 15 years ago. On one side, you got former AIWF champion Handsome Jimmy Love and Jason Blade, and they're going up against Harlem and Lance, the Bravado brothers. And I got this piece of film this week from our classic archive, and I'm not going to play any audio here. I just want to have this rolling as our discussion went on to as a visual aid for our fans watching at home. But I'm thinking about this match was filmed with no commentary. I was thinking about going back and laying down some commentary on it and putting it on our AIWF Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel as kind of like a bonus episode. But certainly a blast from the past. And I believe that's Lance Bravado. He's actually involved in politics in Eden, North Carolina now in Rockingham County. And his brother, Harlem, is with NXT, I believe now, right? Is that correct?
That is
Yes.
correct.
Does
They
anybody
look so young here, man. It's crazy.
this Jamal, I would think this is probably 07, 08, 09 in that range, I would think. Yeah, maybe 2010, but I think it was probably before that. But it's Ronsford, West Virginia. And Tim Dolan used to tell me, man, you know, we'll put 300 people in the building easy every time we go to Ronsford. And and I went to about 5 shows up there, and the crowd averaged about what you see in the background. But of course, the one show I didn't go to, that was the one that they had 300, right? So,
Of course, that's always that way.
yeah. Yeah. So sold out hanging from the rafters.
I think there was 300 people that were outside in the parking lot. Like,
Well, Matt, you got to understand, Tim Dolan's from West Virginia.
Mhm.
he can't
and
count.
You're in West Virginia, so you know he thinks two equals a full set of teeth. So
He's working on his gazintas. 2 goes into 4, 4
like
goes into 8.
You remember the old joke? It's like, how do you know the toothbrush was invented in West Virginia? Because if it had been invented anywhere else, they'd have called it a teeth brush.
that's right.
That's one of my old favorites.
That's a classic right there, man. I love those old jokes.
Yes, it is. But we've got
We're doing knock jokes next.
No, we won't be doing any knock jokes. Now, Nate Diamond had to leave us guys because he was getting to a place where he didn't have signal. But again, I want to thank all the
I'm sure his girlfriend called him, told him to get off.
I'm surprised that you didn't go there when you had the chance to ask him a question.
I was waiting for that, Jamal.
I was
but
trying
you
to be
didn't go
respectful.
there.
I was
Trying to be
thinking,
respectful.
look at Guerilla Q is training in the background. I see you hitting that speed bag, brother. I see that. That's incredible. We actually training and being on the podcast at the same time. So thank you so much. But yeah, I would. Let's see here. Oh mercy, I got some more breaking news here. You guys remember Sonny from WWE, Tammy Sitch?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the murderer.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was involved in a fatality car crash.
Yeah, and walks away.
Well, yeah, I was just going to read that. I just got this across the the old Ringside Wrestling wire here. WWE legend Tammy Sitch allegedly caused a car crash last month in which a 75-year-old man died. And police suspect she was under the influence of booze at the time of the wreck. Booze, really? Who wrote this? The Ormond Beach Police Department spelled out the allegations against Sitch in a new traffic crash report obtained by TMZ Sports, saying the accident happened at around 8:28 p.m. on March 25 on U.S. Highway 1 in Volusia County. According to the docs, Sitch was driving a 2012 Mercedes when she crashed into the rear of a 2013 Kia Sorento that had been stopped at a stoplight. My goodness. Police in the docs say the front of the Kia then crashed into the rear of a 2011 GMC Yukon. Ooh, not good. That had also been stopped at the stoplight. Cops said 2 witnesses said Sitch had been driving at a high rate of speed before hitting the Kia. In the docs, officers say the driver of the Kia was transported to a nearby hospital where he died from injuries suffered in the wreck. The officers say Sitch was also transported to the same hospital with unknown injuries. In the docs, cops say the driver and the passengers in the Yukon complained of neck, back, and side and head injuries, but were not transported to the hospital. Police say that they believe Sitch was under the influence of alcohol at the time of the crash. They added the blood that a blood sample was taken, though the results are still pending. With it's April 7th now, I would think maybe by now they have something. In a statement to TMZ Sports, a spokesperson for the Ormond Beach Police Department said they're actively investigating the crash and said toxicology results could ultimately lead to criminal charges against Sitch. OBPD has requested an expedited time frame on the processing of these samples, the spokesperson said, and the results will be made available as soon as the department receives them. That's disturbing for a number of reasons. Tammy Sitch in the early 90s in Smoky Mountain was considered a very hot prospect in wrestling and had a great future. She certainly pulled a few years in WWE, and at one time was the most downloaded personality on America Online. And back in the mid 90s, my friends that are too young to remember, that was a big deal. Like for a wrestling person to be that famous was a big deal. And it's unfortunate. She's gone through struggles for so many years. I mean, we don't need to get into it. Everybody's got the internet, knows what, the deal is with her, but it is very unfortunate that somebody is bright and intelligent as she can just be swallowed up by substance. And if it did come back, that she was drunk and caused this accident, that's probably it for her. She's probably not going to see the light of day outside of prison again.
Probably not. And I mean, although while it is unfortunate because she was at one time a hot commodity, and I know we're not going to get into the whole conversation of everything like that. I mean, you can't help but feel bad for her, but at the same time, with the history of her substance abuse and everything that she had, you figured it was just a matter of time for something like this happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to comment on this? It's kind of a downer.
You would figure, let's just, those saying where I come from, well, I ain't going to say that. I might offend somebody, so I won't say it that way. I'll say it this way. In all technicality, I didn't figure it would be somebody else. I figured that it would be another China that, just to be honest, she'd OD or she drank herself to death. That's the way they'd find her. That's my opinion. And you know what they say about them, but I never figured that it would lead to someone else losing their life,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
She's had every opportunity given to her in the world and squandered it all away. But beyond all that, I don't know exactly what the situation was, but that old man didn't need to die. She should not have been in that situation and hit the rear end of his car. God, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and put a barrage of insults on her, because at the end of the day, I'm not there and I don't know what happened, and it's not for me to judge, really.
Mm-hmm. All we can do is go by the police.
As hell, I mean, I've done things in the past I'm not proud of, and I don't think anybody in the world's without redemption.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So maybe finally this will get her the help, even if it's in prison. Maybe she'll get the help she needs and get off that stuff. Didn't know Jamal doesn't seem to think so.
Well, I think it's more available in prisons than it is on a lot of the streets nowadays.
I don't know.
They fix that hooch in prison.
Oh yeah, she's.
And to add a small little comment as well. First of all, thoughts and prayers definitely go out to all sides involved there, to all parties involved. But there was something like this that did occur, I believe, with Bruce Jenner years ago. Well, before I believe he became Caitlyn Jenner and everything. And again, not to offend anybody, like my friend Smilin Diamond Dave over here, but Bruce Jenner, I believe Bruce Jenner was involved in an accident like this, and I believe there was a death involved, and it was something where he might have been going at high speed and rear-ended someone, something along that, and there might have been a death involved. So it kind of reminds me of something like that, and you know, of course, again, thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved. But you know, it's just unfortunate, you know, with you know, a talent as such, you know.
Yeah, well, it's you know, you hear about that all the time with celebrities. I mean, Vince Neil, the singer of Motley Crue, back in the 80s or early 90s, I think ran over somebody walking on a sidewalk there in Los Angeles and killed him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller.
Mm-hmm.
He killed somebody in a car accident as well.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the
Oh
way
wow, I did not know that.
It's unfortunate the way the privileged people in the world get away with.
Oh man, if you draw at the box office, man, you can get away with anything in Hollywood.
Yeah, literally.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah, that's, you know, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed going to Hollywood and visiting the studios and everything, but yeah, it's definitely two sets of rules out there. You know, one for the regular folks and one for the people that draw at the box office. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, talking about wrestling, since we got all these champions on here, and you're all going to be on the card this weekend at Road to Spring Jam in Mount Airy this Saturday night, bell time 7 p.m. at Veterans Park. I just kind of like to do a round table. Let's go around the room and let you address the public and your potential opponents and just share with us your thoughts as we go into this big event. Who'd like to go first?
Oh, well,
Joe will go first. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead, Joe.
First.
Go ahead.
Joe will go first. Joe will go first because mine will be short and sweet. It seems like I'm taking the night off. AIWF paid me to take a vacation. I successfully defended it last time. So they paid me to take a vacation and you know, relax this one. I will not be defending it this Saturday.
Okay.
I will be defending my Cruiserweight champion. Next show, not sure against who, but you know, results always the same. Cruiserweight champion will stay with Dirty Joe, of course. So, but of course, hope all you guys have fun and you know, Cruiserweight champ is always here. So,
and we got to give the Cruiserweight champion a little props before you go, Dirty Joe. For those of you who don't know, you probably know that the Steiner brothers went into the Hall of Fame this weekend. What you might not know is a few weeks ago in Spartanburg, South Carolina, Dirty Joe punched Scott Steiner right in the mouth. I know because I was sitting ringside and saw it. Yeah,
several times. I punched him a few times in his mouth, and I sent him right into the Hall of Fame. So that is right. That is right. So
you
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Didn't knock him into the middle of next week. You knocked him right into the Hall of Fame.
I sure did. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yep, I sure did. So
yeah, that's bragging right there, Dirty Joe. That's bragging rights.
Yep.
Thank you very much. So again, I hope all you guys have fun at this upcoming show. To all the fans, I said what's up, and Cruiserweight champ will be there next time to defend it successfully. But this Saturday, I'm going to take it easy, lay low, and just chill out, eat some dirt, do something, you know, relax this Saturday. So.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. The AIWF Mid-Atlantic Cruiserweight champion, Dirty Joe, joining the program. Thank you so much, Joe. Appreciate it. All right.
Thank you, guys.
So we've got two champions left to talk to us, Jamal the Titan and Guerilla Q. Who'd like to go first?
I'll go. So Friday, tomorrow, I think bell time is 9 p.m. in Bluefield, West Virginia. I'll be going to Premier Wrestling League. I'm going to be facing the undefeated, 23 months undefeated, Aaron West for his 304 championship. So on Saturday, when I show up in Mount Airy, I'm not just going to have this baby. I'm going to have another one with me. And speaking of Saturday, I'm going to be taking on, I believe, Ryan Mantis, which I faced him ages ago in 2019. I came up on top, and that's not going to change on Saturday. Hopefully, I'll be able to defend this because my goal is to be the most defended world television champion that there ever was. So powers that be, if you're listening, go ahead and throw this on the line. I'm a fighting champion. Anybody wants to step up and take a shot at this, bring it on. So follow me on all social media, Jamal the Titan. Hit me up. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for you guys right now.
All right. Best of luck to you, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, the AIWF World Television Champion, Jamal the Titan.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
The World Television Champion. Yeah. Anybody knows that I don't take lessons from Bob Caudle. If you couldn't hear it right there, brother, I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah. So Jamal the Titan has joined us now. It's down to you, Guerilla Q, one half of the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions. with one Ironhead Matt Anderson, a team that is so unorthodox their opponents don't know what to do with them. Guerilla Q, you're in action this Saturday night. Talk to us, my friend.
You know, Matt, I do want to comment on that. The unorthodox. I could tell you, as a young boy, I was a fan of the AIWF, and Matt has been around for a long time.
Yes, I have.
So, as far as me being able to sit under the learning tree and just fall right in place, I think that it just kind of all worked out like it was meant to be. We'll be defending our championships, and I believe we'll be coming out on top, just like we did at the last show. And this is going to be a reign that will mark history in the AIWF, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to be a champion.
And you wear it well, my friend. You guys are a fantastic tag team. I think we were all surprised when you won it, but those of us who have been fans for tag team wrestling for many years, during your defenses, like, wow, okay, these two got something. I mean, it is a really special chemistry, and you're right, Matt has been around a long time, and I'm telling you, he's double tough. You're double tough. You've both been through it in the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Ring Wars. So all I can do is wish you the best and continued success, sir. And good luck Saturday night. Go ahead, Dave.
Matt, I'd like to say something to Guerilla. You know, when they won this tournament, you know, I've said it on here before. It's no disrespect. I thought it was funny. I said, this is freaking frack. They ain't never going to combine. They're never going to work out. But I also said on this show that I had to eat crow because I've been in the ring with both of them. They're both tough competitors, and they have surprised a lot of people, especially me, as I reckon you could say I'm a tag team specialist. I never thought it would work. They've proved me wrong. And for the people that's listening on the podcast, people that's on here watching, if you've never seen Ironhead Matt Anderson and Guerilla Q as the AIWF Tag Team Champions, go to a venue where they're on it. You're going to see one hell of a match out of two very tough competitors.
All right. Wow. Okay. Very glowing comments by the commissioner. And there you see the 3 count for those of you watching. The Bravado brothers successfully at that time defending the AIWF Tag Team Championship and stopping the challenge of Jimmy Love and Jason Blade. Well, folks, we're getting near the top of the hour. Has anybody got any final comments before we hit the road for this week?
If you're going to be anywhere, it don't matter anywhere under the AIWF umbrella throughout the United States or across the seas or whatever. Get out and support your local independent wrestling. It don't necessarily have to be AIWF, but if you're in a greater Mount Airy area, please come on out at Veterans Park and be a part of this Road to Spring Jam.
All right. Thank you, Sergeant Stryker. Anybody else?
Hey, I'd like to thank all of our champions for coming on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll be honest, I've been preaching every show. Guys, you're champions. Put yourself out there. And I really appreciate them all coming on and talking to us and stating their opinions and their facts and taking a part in the show. And I'm looking forward to all 3 of them and many more coming aboard and being a part of the show.
That's right, man. It's a free way to get yourself over. And I'm glad to see all the champions came on tonight. As a matter of fact, it was the perfect storm, really, because Nate Diamond came on here and made his statement and then had to listen to the backlash of his decision from our other champions, which I think is was a very good exercise to have on this program. And so my kudos, especially to all you champions for coming on. You're all welcome any time on this program. Of course, every week we're here, but I got to give kudos to Nate Diamond because he knew when he logged into Zoom, this was not going to be easy tonight. And he took his lumps. I think he took his lumps like a man, and we'll just have to see what it is going forward. Joey Nuggs, you've been kind of quiet the last few minutes. Any parting thoughts from you before we go, sir?
I'll see you guys Saturday at the event.
All right. So there it is. It's the Road to Spring Jam. It takes place this Saturday night, 7 p.m. bell time at Veterans Park in Mount Airy. That's 691 Lebanon Street. We hope to see you there, but wherever you are, please get out and support your independent wrestling. It's definitely a live attendance driven business. And so I'm thinking I'm going to call this the Champions Edition program tonight. So for all our great champions that joined us, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mad Matt Carter, and see you next week. And until then, so long for now. Good night, everybody.
Good night.